Let's check out this Kendra G video.
Hello?
Hi, Kim. Oh, sorry.
You ready?
Hello. Yes, I'm ready.
Look, you have good light.
Thank
Your
you.
car's not moving, right?
No, it's not moving. I'm in the parking.
Okay, keep the phone steady on you.
Okay.
You have good light, you look good, but keep the phone steady.
Thank you.
We're good to go.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your name, honey?
Ashley.
Ashley, where are you calling me from?
So
Where do
I'll
you
say
live?
Georgia.
Is the question.
So I live in Arizona, but I'm visiting in Georgia.
Okay, but you live in Arizona.
Yes.
How old are you, love?
I'm 29.
29. What do you do for a living?
I'm in the Army.
Okay. You look good. I can tell you in shape.
Thank
Your
you.
skin looks good. Okay.
Thank
Do
you
you have
so
any
much.
kids?
I do. I have a daughter. She is 8 years old.
Have you ever been married?
Yes, I'm divorced. The first marriage don't count in the military.
Why is that?
You know, it's the impulsivity of you find that one person and you think that is it, so you're eager, and impulsivity leads to a lot of destruction. So I was
Also,
very
what I've been
impulsive.
learning from the show is you have to get married if you're pregnant in the military.
Not necessarily. You can give up your rights to your child, but luckily in my situation, I have a good family care plan that I didn't have to go with that solution. So yes.
Wait. You gotta give up your rights to your child? I don't know that
Yes,
part.
that's if sorry, if you initially join and you are a single parent, you have to give up your rights to someone that primarily can take care of the child until you're done with training, and then you can get your rights back, but it just depends on the area where you go. The unit defines that because
So
of
I've heard men that say, is it in order for you guys to travel together? Because I had people up here, men in particular, who told me they got married, but they had to get married when they were in the military because they had a baby. So is it because if you want to travel the same places, you got to be married?
Well, not necessarily. They may said that so they either don't pay child support, or it's one
get
of those.
More money. They give
Yeah,
you more
they
money
want.
if you get married.
That's what I was about to say. They want to get more money, depending on if they're gonna exercise the right of child support. So it's a scheme, but it's one of those things where if it's the betterment of the child, that's who they should be looking after. The child, the relationship, not so much, and it usually don't last.
Okay, I'm loving this.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let me ask you this. Are you officially divorced?
Oh yes, 6 years. So
Okay, we got
way
it.
over.
All right. Ashley, Arizona, 29, Army, mom to an 8-year-old, but she's divorced. And what's your zodiac sign? Do you believe in that?
I don't believe in it, but I'm Aquarius, and just by association of the month.
Okay, Aquarius. All right, so we got Ashley, Arizona, 29, Army, mom to an 8-year-old, divorced. I think I have it all. So Army is your profession?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of man are you looking for, love?
A God-fearing man, someone that has
The absolute hypocrisy of women. I want a God-fearing man when I broken up my own marriage. It's like, out of what, right? I mean, she didn't say he cheated on her, right? He didn't. It's like, this is the thing. It's like, God-fearing man. But if it's a God-fearing man, what is he gonna? What is he seeing in her? This is why we talk about the Kendra G shit, right? These are the women, right? This supposedly Christian women, the God-fearing women, and yet they live a life of hypocrisy. They live a life that's pretty much counter to God's teachings. Now, yes, she got married, but again, she broke up her union. For what? She didn't say, she said impulse, right? They were impulsive, right? Like, probably don't love him anymore. Shit like that. Like, and you know what? A lot of times, the women that say God-fearing, they're not even married. So, I mean, she has the benefit of at least saying she married the man. But again, it seems like she only married him because of the military, right? I assume that she my guess, how she said it. She was already pregnant, but because of the military, she married him, right? Because her wanting the whole less stress with the military, she chose to marry him. Not because she loved him, uh, wanted him as her husband. No, probably because she wanted less problems with the military, right? And then probably divorced him after after a few, she says 6 years. So after 2 years of it, it's just ridiculous.
A vision, that has a job, that's able to add value to my life, and not just sit at the church, but actually open up his Bible and read the word, and not just say he goes to church. And he needs to have a church home. So he needs to be God led. Not, and I don't want somebody that goes to the club or excessively drink. That's not what I'm looking for. I know what I want for my life. So he has to be able to lead and be a provider.
Ooh, let's break it down. So provider is you don't want to pay any bills?
Not necessarily, but as far as he can pay like the big bills, like the mortgage, I can pay the utilities and pitch in where I need to, but he doesn't need.
Wow. A baby mama asking for a God-fearing man that provides and lead. You think see, this is the thing what I'm talking about, right? Asking for a man to lead. Remember the other women that older fat chick I just showed you guys, right? Saying that okay, men want a woman that's palatable or that can be molded. This is the hypocrisy. This is the insanity. Women asking for leadership, even though most likely they don't qualify for. Right? Asking for leadership to be guided. And here's the thing. Most women don't qualify for it. I think especially single moms, they don't qualify for leadership because they will be difficult. They will be hard to lead because a lot of women, they had to, pretty much lead their own life, be the strong, independent woman. So for a man to come in and lead this woman, it's very difficult. Again, this is why I say life experience is not a good thing on women. But this is the perfect hypocrisy of it, right? Like I said before, why men date younger, right? Women's criticism, right? Women's criticism of why men date younger. They want women to so they can mold, right? So they can groom, so they can manipulate. And yet, you have women asking for leadership. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Pick or choose, right? It's like, this is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous.
To depend on me. I understand that most people probably go to the TRICARE benefits. I'm not here to raise anybody or fall for potential. The only potential that I believe in is the 8-year-old that's in my house. Other than that, nobody else. I don't fall for potential at this age.
A couple of things you said I want to get clarity. What's TRICARE?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's our health care. So most people, because they either want the TRICARE benefits, sometimes they know more about the benefits than I do. So preferably nobody that's a military brat because they act like they know it all. And I want somebody that I can teach in a way and have that suspense. I don't like to deal with know-it-alls.
Okay.
She said she wants someone she can teach. This is the thing. When we let women talk, they will say that shit. Okay? What leadership type of man wants to be taught by a woman? It's like, you tell me, what CEO of a company wants to be led by their employee? Right? What CEO of a company wants to be taught by an employee? This is the thing. Women will tell themselves, you cannot be led. I just said that, right? I said it before this whole crap she just said. She wants to teach a man.
Okay, and then do you and you want to get married again?
I do. I believe in love. I believe in the structure of friendship and then marriage. I don't believe in boyfriend and girlfriend. I believe in that structure. That's the only covenant that God honors, and that's the only covenant that I see myself locked in.
Okay, another question is provide
She she didn't have that covenant with her ex-husband. Ridiculous.
do you expect your new man to provide for your child?
Yes, I feel like she needs to be included. So, of course, I'm not going to stop my role as being a mom because that is my responsibility. But also, too, if he's going to accept me, my daughter is a 2-for-1 special. So he's not going to leave her out. He's not going to prioritize, say, if he had a kid over her or the favoritism. I'm not with it. My stepdad, he's very commendable. My mom had 4 kids prior to meeting him, and he made us feel inclusive. So,
Ho, ho, ho. Here's the thing, right? I've said this before. Will she not find a man? Of course not. I'm not saying that she won't, right? There will always be men out there, right? Always be men out there that will accept women at whatever stage. Whether they're fat, skinny, have 4 kids, or childless. There will always be men out there that will accept them. Will it be the men that you want? Right? Will those men that you want commit to you long term? Who knows, right? I mean, like I said, is it possible? Of course. It's possible. Is it, very hard? I think so. And in my opinion, right? Just like she said, her stepdad, he might have to be lower quality of a man, right? Most likely, maybe he has 4 kids of his own, right? Most likely that he's chubby, he's not that good looking, so he accepts what he can get. So here's the thing, right? And that's why women don't understand. Fine, you can't find this man. Well, hopefully, you gotta not have. You have to sacrifice certain standards. Maybe she's 29. How about him being 35, 40, right? So really, there's ways to go about it. But again, as long as women, fudge their standards, they can find a man.
I'm all about inclusiveness.
Okay. So we got clarity. Now, what are your deal breakers?
Someone that smokes, someone that drinks excessively, someone that doesn't have self-control, that lacks discipline, a cheater. Those are my deal. And a man that doesn't believe in God. I don't want an unbeliever.
Okay. Now, your daughter's father, is he active?
No, he got out of the military. He drives trucks now.
I meant active as a father to your child.
I would say this. On her birthday, he comes once a year, so if that counts, not necessarily, but I don't want to talk bad about him, but I guess
That's
he does
fine.
what he can do.
Only reason I'm ask that because I'm gonna have a follow-up question because I already know how my show goes, right? So
Yeah.
I know men will say you want a new man to provide for your child more than the biological father, and you want a new man to be, I guess, essentially a better father figure than her biological father. What would you say to that?
I would say this. You can never replace the role of a father because she is always going to long for that relationship.
But again, you want him to. Providing, protecting for a child that's not yours, you want him to. You're pretty much asking him to do that. This is why, right? Why I have a video which I don't know if I did it yet, or I think I did. Why men say, "Why is your child an asset to me?" Right? This is why more men nowadays are asking, "Why is your child an asset to me?" It's really not. These women's, right? Their children are pretty much money pit to men. Right? It better be worth it, right? It better be worth it because for men to now, like, she wants a man to provide, like, pretty much totally. And now he can provide for another mouth that doesn't belong to him. So what is the benefit of that?
Relationship with him. So I'm not looking for someone to play stepdad. If you're coming into my household, you have to be able to have inclusiveness, and he pays child support. So I would give him the brownie points there. He does do that. So if that's what he's trying to replace instead of his presence, then I just have to deal with the consequences of my actions. And it is what it is.
Okay, fair enough. I love that we can have this conversation. You're articulate and you can respond to everything. All right, keeping it forward with my questions. Should he look a certain way?
So I'm off the looks thing, he has to be bearable to look at, but I'm off the whole, certain requirements. I feel like my preference is probably the reason why I'm still single. So I'm open.
Your preference as in looks? Ooh, hello? What happened? Ash?
Looks, I'm more so open to the ideal of, I'm just open to just trying to get out of my comfort zone. I'm very sheltered, and I am. So I'm just trying to get out of my comfort zone.
Okay. What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
So I'm at the point, as long as he has a job, but I don't have, as long as he has a job. So if he can match what I make or a little bit more, that's great. But we'll see. As long as he's not a liar, because I know some people, they say they're entrepreneurs, and that's a new term nowadays. Entrepreneur of what? Of your dreams or what? Because I just don't want to be sold a dream. So I'm straightforward, and people don't like it, and it is what it is.
Wait, so you said a lot of people use the term entrepreneur, but they don't really got anything going on.
No. No.
Does she seem leadable? Does she? I've said this before. As women age, their life experience makes them harder to deal with. They don't qualify for leadership type men. They don't. Because they will only fight men on their leadership.
They're entrepreneur of their dreams, but they don't know how to, no.
Okay, so with that being said, but there's no exact money requirement.
No, at least I'll say make at least how I'm making, 1 second, around like 60K and up.
All right, so bare minimum 60K and up. Okay, honey, let's do the Kendra Cam. And don't be a fake entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur, you got to have legitimate income and a legitimate business. What's going on, sweetheart? I think someone's calling her. Sorry. Yeah, it's time for the Kendra Cam, baby girl.
I don't know if you were able to see me.
No,
good.
You got to do the Kendra Cam. We didn't see you, girl.
Okay.
There's something going on with your phone.
1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna ask them, can they hold my phone real quick? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hold my phone real quick? I'm trying to do a Kendra Cam. Sorry, 1 second.
Just do it again. Bring it down, sir. No, face. Yeah. Okay. You look good. He can tell you in shade.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Gotcha. We saw you, honey.
To be honest, her shape is average, right? I think she has more of a face than a shape.
Okay. All right, so we got Ashley, Arizona, 29. What's the age range you want to date?
I'll say.
Yeah, I think she's better in the face than she is in the body.
So since my mom is still single, I don't want someone like.
Yo, her mom is still single. Her mom is still single. Even though her stepdad accepted a mother of 4, her mom is still single. So, most likely, statistically, her mom left her stepdad. Yo, women's like, they will say that shit. What's the benefit, right? What's the benefit of being with a woman with kids? Women don't even treasure men that will accept, will accept single moms. Women don't even treasure these men, right? They still leave these men. Yeah, you missed it, right? It's a simp, right? Has no value himself.
In their 50s. So I'll say 27 to...
And her mom is still single in her 50s. Ain't that something? It's like these women are repeating the lives of their mom. It's a cycle. I've seen, like, I look at this, right? I swear to God. My baby mom, she didn't want to marry me. She broke this up. Her mom was a single mom. Her grandma, so on and so on. Right? This is the thing. This was before the enlightenment for me, right? Well, I couldn't see that. Women constantly will repeat generational curses.
39.
Your mom is single. You told us that your mom got married to your stepdad.
Yes, they got a divorce now. So
When did they get a divorce?
back in 2019.
How long were they married for?
Almost 20 something years.
Why did they get a divorce after 20-something?
Yo, Mystic, you're right. Her mom used that simp of a man to help raise her kids. And what did he get? A divorce.
Years.
They said they just grew apart. Like they stayed together because of us. And my stepdad said that he didn't want anybody raising us because he was already in the picture. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. We just being nosy because I remember you used your mom earlier for an example.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
as
enough.
far as my stepdad, as far as him coming to the picture, yeah, I will always have respect for him. Despite them not being together, I always will have respect for him. And, and I respect their decision.
Okay, fair enough. So your age range is what again? 27 to what?
39.
39. Should he be in Arizona?
Oh, I'm sorry, my twin sister said 21 years. Distance is fine because I don't mind traveling because my daughter is my top priority.
You have a twin sister?
Yeah, a twin.
Identical?
Yeah.
Oh, how cool is that? All right, so are we saying 27 to 39?
Yes.
Okay. Distance is fine, though. He could be anywhere.
Yeah, he could be anywhere as long as he is not anywhere.
What does that mean?
Like he's like all over the place, how sowing his royal oats. So long as he's
okay, got you. Oh, speaking of which, could he have kids?
Yeah, I'll say 2 is max. 2 is max for me.
2 kids max.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what was your last relationship?
My last relationship was in February.
February. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Oh, it's been a year.
Okay. Are you waiting for a relationship?
I'm waiting for marriage. So the reason why my last relationship ended because of me taking my faith more serious. So yeah.
So now she's waiting till marriage. Well, if they're gonna talk more about this, let's see.
So I'm waiting until marriage.
So you're not having sex again until your wedding night?
Yes.
So this man has to be a provider. Obviously, he has to accept you and your daughter, and you already have a child.
Yes.
And he's not going to have sex with you until your wedding night.
Yes.
Are you dating within the church? Don't churches have single?
The insanity of it, and it's just within the year. Her last boyfriend, her last man, she gave sex to. Only within the year is she serious about religion. This is why, right? Why I break down these Kendra G videos. The absurdity of women in the dating market right now. So this man has to be better than all the other men she's dealt with. And he has to wait. He has to wait for sex until the marriage. Now because this is the thing. They're not getting married within a year, right? This is the thing where women don't think. Logically, you want to get to know this person. If you want to marry them, you ain't getting married within 1 year. So what? He's going to wait, let's say, hypothetically, 3 years, right? Like a good amount to know this person well, because you're getting married, right? Marriage. 3 years of no sex. And this man is better than all her others, right? All her others, marriage-minded, provider, accepting of another man's child, right? Providing for another man's child. He has to be better than all her other men. And he gets less than all the other men, right? This is a thing where women, they shit on good men. Women will shit on good men. It's like ridiculous. This is the thing, right? This is the thing. It is fine that he gets no sex until marriage. So is it fine that she gets no financial incentive until marriage? No, it's not. Because again, women are, like just said, users. You don't make dating fair. You don't. Women will make dating predominantly to benefit themselves. Right? Benefit themselves. He has to pay for the date. He has to be a gentleman. He has to take care of her, travel, whatever. But he has to wait until marriage. Great. It seems just absolutely disgusting.
Ministries.
So, I feel like most of the people in the church, they're just in the church, so their values do not align. Some of them,
So you
the
want a man that doesn't go to church and believes in all this?
no, I want him to, be a believer of the word and not of the world. So
But you want to find them in the world. You just said you've had to find them in the world and not in the church.
No, I want him in the church, but I feel like I want him to be active in the church. Like I want him to actually read his Bible and not of the world with the L. And I want him in his word, because a lot of them just there to be present, are playing the instrument to get attention and saying hallelujah, but not actually being what God calls them to be. They want to.
You have only been serious for 1 year. Supposedly. It's just absolute ridiculousness. This woman has not lived her life by the word of God. She's only recently done it. And now she expects the world of this man. This is the disgustingness of women right here. Right? God. It's like, yes, maybe I'm being emotional, right? But this thing right here is disgusting to me. Because make it make sense. She's only been serious about religion for about a year. Right? And now she expects this man to be like a preacher. Right? But even the men in church, she doesn't deem good enough. It's like, make it make sense. Where are you going to find this man who's holier than thou, willing to wait years on end to get sex with you, but will provide for you in the meantime? Accept your child, right? Accept the child that you conceived by a man that isn't worthy enough for you, that you divorced. It's like, and then this is not a virgin, right? Let alone she didn't just have sex with one man. Her recent boyfriend, right? Her recent man. She just recently had sex last year, she said. It's like ridiculous. It's like, this is the thing. What do good men deserve? Right? Here's the thing with women. They will give good men shit. Shit on a platter. Right? Give good men shit on a platter. Here's what you deserve for being a good man. Right? This is what you deserve. Shit on a platter. Shit on a platter. Like her mother, right? Who like she said it. She said her stepfather, right? Stayed with the mother because he didn't want any other man to raise these 4 kids. That's not even his. These 4 kids aren't his. So a good man, right? And the mother still left. Being a good man only gets you crap from women. And this is why I guess I'm emotional about this. Because being a good man will get you treated like shit from women. It's just disgusting.
Have their identity praised versus being praised by God, if that makes sense.
Well, let me just say to that, the first thing I said is, are you dating within the church? And then you said, well, you feel like the men in the church are just there for to praise God and of the world. But so you want to find a worldly man that's into church?
No, I don't want a worldly man. Sorry if it's confusing. I want a guy that's in the word. Like if he goes to church, because a lot of people just go to church just to say they go to church. I want him to be active, reading his Bible and following the principles of the Bible, and not just say that he's
I
there.
get this. Here's the thing. I don't even like talking about religion too much because I know once a person, like, I respect everybody's faith, right? So I'm not challenging you in that realm at all. What I am saying is what you're asking for is, I think women got to understand this too. You're asking for a guy to, I mean, I'm quite sure you want to be some type of attractive, right? I know you say you don't got to be all like, you don't got to be Denzel Washington, Idris Elba, fine, but at least presentable enough for you to want to date him, right? So this presentable man who is going to be authentic, love on you, love on your daughter, and also want to abstain from sexual activity until your wedding night. I'm not God, nor do I pretend, so I'll never say nothing is impossible. But you want to meet a man that already feels that way, right?
Yes.
I don't know too many worldly men that are on that path. Then that's the men outside of the church. So I always urge women, as you find in God, I know churches have single conventions and single ministries. Like, I know you're there for Jesus, and I don't want to tell you not to be, but also if this is what you want, keep your one eye open for a guy too, because what you're asking for, I need for y'all to understand, is not a common trait.
Yeah, you're right. And that's probably why I'm still single, but I'll be patient because I'm not in a rush. So I don't want to get
right there. I want to point that out. Your mom in her 50s is still single. Her line said, "I'm not in a rush." This is the stupidity of women. Okay? This is the stupidity of women. You're 29. You're 29. You ask so much out of men. What do men desire? Right? This is the thing. You're already a baby mom. You're already, you already have a child from another man that you're divorced. You don't have a whole lot to offer. You want so much from a man, yet you are going to squander your youth. Squander your youth. So what? 39? Right? It's like, it doesn't get easier with time. Finding a good man does not get easier with time. So this is the thing with women. They don't understand. Because they don't care what men care about. They don't care about men's likes, desires, preferences, standards. They don't care. Right? Because again, as you get older, you get worse to deal with. You get more trauma. Your life experience makes you just a shitty person. You get more annoying, difficult. God forbid you have. This is the thing. God forbid you maybe deal with more shitty men, right? it's like, and then your youth is fading. It's fading. It's not get. You're not getting more beautiful over time. Not generally, right? Most women don't get more beautiful over time. So this is the thing with women that it seems like they can't understand. You not rushing is the problem. Okay? Because most women don't rush, and then they're in their 50s and still in the dating market.
Into something prematurely and it doesn't work out, because my time is valuable and their time is valuable as well. But I'm no longer compromising my morals and values to please someone else, and it just doesn't work.
Nor am I telling you. What I'm trying to give you guidance is to find that like-minded individual, right?
Yes.
Like, I'm not really trying to challenge you on your beliefs. I'm trying to help you find these type of men that believe it already.
Oh yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, because listen, I'm gonna make you a highlight, right? And we not in the church, we in the world over here. And a lot of worldly men are gonna say you're reaching for the stars. They're gonna say, I mean, you're attractive, so I don't think anybody could challenge you there. But they will say you now already have a child that you want another man to take care of, and you're not gonna have sex.
Also, being attractive when you can't benefit from her attraction, which is essentially her body, what's the point? Right? If I could be with a supermodel, but I have to provide, pay for dates, all this shit for a supermodel, but I don't get to have sex with her, what's the point? It's like, so it's all the responsibilities, none of the benefits. I mean, it's like, again, there's no equal term, right? It's not like, oh, she's liking me for my personality, I'm liking her for her personality. We're just talking, we're just chilling. No, it's that I have all the responsibility of being your man. None of the benefit. Okay? That's the thing. All the responsibility of being your man, none of the benefits.
Until you get married. The worldly men are going to say these things about you, right? Now, a man who understands your mindset, like you said, a church man, might not look at it that way. And that's why I'm saying, just so you could be prepared, because all the worldly men are going to say these type of things.
Oh, yeah, and that's fine, because I'm used to what I say, because I'll probably go on a date and then I don't hear back, and that's okay. That's confirmation from God that I don't need him. So, and maybe the guy that I'm looking for is not on social media.
Why do you have to, okay, and I'm going to say this, ladies, do you have to tell that information on the first date?
I'm a straight shooter, so I don't want to lead anybody thinking of something more to it, because most of the times what I notice that some people, they want you, go back to their house on the first date. That's not something that I'm willing to do. So I'm just straight up. So if it leads to, and that's why I'm always prepared to bring my own. So if I have to pay for my own tab, I'm okay with that, because I'm not.
Okay, ladies, I'm about to give y'all some game, okay? First things first, the first date, there are certain things you can't share. If he was to ask that, okay. But I think first date is a courtesy, right? Like any man, I mean, if he asks you the question, then that's one thing, right? But I feel like sometimes what happens is there's things that people will do for someone that they love, but when they don't love them because that emotional string hasn't been attached yet, then they're not going to go the distance, right? So the first date, I don't think anyone has this emotional attachment, and a guy might be like, oh, she ain't having sex. In his mind, that ain't even an option, right? Now, again, I'm not saying keep it a secret. If he asks you, then he asks you, right? But I don't think anyone should feel obligated to have sex on the first date. I also don't think men should be obligated to spend $500 on the first date.
Yeah,
the first date is y'all just really communicating, getting to know each other. Do you vibe? I like your personality. That doesn't cost a man $500 to figure that out, nor should a woman require that. And a woman shouldn't require to open her legs after the date either, nor should a man require that. But I think that sometimes if you meet a guy from the jump and you say all this, he's going to be tuned out, right? Like, what? I'm not doing that. But
I disagree with Kendra on this. Be upfront. Be upfront, right? If you are dating with purpose, Be upfront. If you don't waste a man's time. I disagree with Kendra on this, right? Yes, first date is getting to know someone, but part of her new persona or her current self is like no sex until marriage. Well, let it be known. That's the thing. If this man is, I don't know, godly himself, well, he may be fine with that. But again, don't lead a man on. Don't waste his time. Because then men would think, oh, I'm her, like we've been dating for weeks already, right? Essentially boyfriend and girlfriend. Now you telling me this? You just wasted my time. Don't waste men's time. I don't think we should waste women's time, and women shouldn't waste men's time. So I disagree with Kendra on this.
As he gets to know you, he might feel like you're actually dope and I actually like you and I don't mind going on this journey with you, you know? So again, I'm not telling you to be manipulative. I'm not saying that, but I do think just taking it sometimes, you can say things that you want, but first date.
Oh, I definitely agree with Just, right? Women like this, perfect way is actually treat men like the prize. Like, this is the thing, like, let's say with the mom thing, right? Her mom, where the man stepped up and took care of 4 kids that's not his, she should have worshipped the ground he walked on, right? Because, I mean, you married him, so you obviously loved him, right? But you should have worshipped the ground he walked on. This is the thing when women just, like, they think very little of what men's, whatever concerns men, right? Whatever makes men happy, women don't really think a whole lot about that.
Have a good time, see if you vibe. And as you guys get to know each other more, like, you know what, this is kind of what I'm on right now. And you still might be friends. And he might say, you know what, I'm not really on this. And might go date, but then maybe you guys are still friends. And as he's dating, he might realize, dag, well, that girl Ashley was actually pretty dope. And maybe I want to get to know her a little bit more than I thought I wanted to get to know her. I just think that with dating, it's good to say what you desire. So I want this to go over. But there's certain things people do only when they love someone. And the high probability of you being in love the first date is just not high.
It's not. Yeah, you're right.
They're just things that I've learned. I'm older, so I just learned throughout dating and things of that nature. But let's continue. What are 3 flaws you have to work on?
I think for myself is impatient. I'm very impatient with certain aspects. I kind of like microwavable effects. I'll say I'm pretty like grounded. So I'll say accountability with certain aspects, accountability, and I'm very shy. So getting out of my comfort zone. I'll say getting out of my comfort zone.
Everyone's saying tell him the first date. I don't agree to that because a lot of people ain't telling a lot of shit on the first date. How many first dates have you been on with a guy who?
But they should. It's like, why are we wasting each other's time? Right? It's like, this is the thing where Kendra's being foolish. This is where men lie. Right? This is where people lie. Stop putting on a facade. Like, how I do this, I will tell you straight up. Right? What type of man I am. First date. You like it? You don't like it? Cool. We're not wasting each other's time. Stop waiting until I fall in love with you and then, like, you sprung this on me, because now it's like, now what am I supposed to do? I already love you. But so it's like you just make things hard. Right? You make things hard. Stop. No.
Don't have a job and has borrowed his friend's car. How many dates have you been on with, I mean, y'all act like everyone is coming to the first date with a true resume of exchange. That is not true. That is not.
But it should be. This is the thing. It should. You know what? This is why I miss Kevin Samuels. Right? I'm gonna say not everyone's his fan, but I love that man. Right? Because that man is straight up blunt. He will say it to your face. No. Be upfront. Stop living in lies. Right? And stop perpetuating that shit. Stop perpetuating those lies. Be upfront.
Not true. And again, if he asks and he asks.
And this is the point. Date with a purpose. Okay? If your purpose is marriage, You should have said that on the first date. If your purpose is no sex until marriage, you need to say that on the first date. Stop perpetuating these lies.
I don't think you should be talking about sex on the first date. So that's why I'm like, this is manipulative, because why are we even, like, if you're trying to talk to me about sex on the first date, I'm looking at you as a red flag. Because why do you think on this first date, on this coffee or tea or whatever the hell it is, now you get to see between my...
Then you should know that. Like, if he's a man, like, look at this, right? If he's a man that has his mind, that has sex on his mind, getting to know that red flag early on is better than wasting your time and knowing later on he's a sex maniac.
My legs. I don't think that's manipulative, and I also don't think everyone is sharing all the things on the first date. I got a baby mama who's crazy who gonna call me at 3:00 in the morning. Do we tell you that on the first date? Do we tell you that? I got a daddy who's in jail.
Shouldn't he? It's like this is right. Kendra is very poor at giving advice or talking to women. He should. It's like, why? It's like, what? This is the thing why, no duh, men lie to women. No duh. Because women want the lies. Right? Here's what Kendra did. Don't say shit until they fall in love with you. Right? Don't talk about baby mama drama. Don't talk about, anything bad, any red flags, until they fall in love with you. So really, until they have really no way out. Because they in love with you, so they can't leave now, right? That's such poor advice.
He about to come home and go and live with me for 3 months. Is that said on the first date? I don't think so. But back to you. You did the 3 flaws?
Sorry, what was that?
Did you do your 3 flaws?
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you, Ashley?
I'll say because I'm very grounded in my morals and values.
Only been a year. It's like she's like a preacher's daughter. No, she's only, it's like moral grounded for, she's only been religious for a year.
I have 3 more classes until I complete my graduate degree, and I'm going to go for my doctorate degree afterwards. I'm very spontaneous.
So what? She wants a man to provide. That's the thing. Who cares if you're a doctor? Your money, your career means nothing. You say to yourself, you want a man to provide predominantly. She wants to pay utility bills. I don't need you to be an effing doctor to pay utility bills. It's like, how's that benefit? It's like, she asked, why would a man have any benefit to be with you? You're a doctor, but you want a man to provide fully. So really, how is that a benefit to a man?
Yes, and I will say I guess I could have added this on my flaw. I am a giver, so that's something I have to work on.
You
but
feel as though being a giver is a flaw?
Depending on if it's, and I don't feel like it has to be reciprocated, but it's one of those things like when you could be talking to someone and you're so in love, and then you just, when they mention something, you just want to buy it. So I say that's my flaw as well. I forgot to mention that. But it just depends. I feel like sometimes you can give, and then your cup is empty. So I always been a giver. I just have a big heart. And depending on the person, they can take advantage of that. But I just feel like in life, people will reap what they sow, and vengeance is up to the Lord. So I'm just very calm, very calm.
Okay. All right. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'll say because I am a giver. I was raised very respectable. I'm very modest, and I'm into my church a lot. So I try to reflect a Proverbs 31 woman.
Women are ridiculous because while women care about the money, making money, that's all they think. They care because they think men care. Men don't. And I give her because she gives to bad men. It's like women will always think that, okay, oh, what I do for bad men, I shouldn't do for good men.
So that's why he will be lucky if he knows what it is.
Okay. Ashley, are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
I am not. I'm trying to.
Right now, we're just on Facebook instead of my app. So what would be the difference?
I guess. I think a lot of
Because
times.
anybody that reaches out to you is not going to be reaching out to you from in person. They'll be reaching out to you after seeing this video.
I think with the dating apps, a lot of times it's very misleading with people's intention. So they hear my intentions, they hear it loud and clear, and hopefully they can match what I'm trying to reciprocate.
Right. And I understand that, and I respect. Ooh, oh shit! Hello. I understand. Hello. I think I got frozen. Am I back? Am I still frozen? Oh, they're not meeting you in person. They're meeting you because they saw you on the show.
Yes.
Right. So it's still, the only difference is instead of reaching out to you via Facebook, they'll be reaching out to you via the Kendra G Singles dating app. So it's still kind of the same premise.
Kendra's just pushing her app, trying to make money. This is the ridiculous of women. It's tiring. Remember this, boys. Right? Remember this, my brothers. Her mom is still single in her 50s. Okay? This is the insanity of women. Where women will be clear reflections of their mom. Right? A lot of women. Especially these types of women. She's cute in the face, right? Okay in the body. But the worst personality. I'm sorry. The worst personality. I just think it's just sad. What do you guys think?